Good afternoon. Now your STV News, including the headlines in Dundee. The chair of the Scottish Police Authority has been accused of acting inappropriately by a Holyrood committee. The Scottish Child Abuse Inquiry has heard a series of apologies from organisations who ran homes where children were abused. Shareholders who brought a multi-million-pound High Court action against Royal Bank of Scotland have reached an agreement in principle with the bank. Theresa May says a Conservative government will expand workers' rights, including a year's unpaid leave to care for a relative. Well, no one likes paying for parking, but most drivers accept it's a necessary part of living and working in a big city, like here in Aberdeen. But what's concerning motorists is the amount of money that councils seem to be generating from these parking charges. Now, that figure has actually increased by £10 million in just 5 years. And what drivers we spoke to want to know is, where is all that cash going? Well, local councils are reinvesting the money made from parking charges. They're still pretty unpopular among drivers, and they're not going anywhere anytime soon. It seems the options are you can either pay up or take the bus instead. Scottish Conservative Party leader Ruth Davidson had a spring in her step today as she met with voters in Aberdeenshire. Her party took 276 seats in the local council election. The money will be used to fund research into earlier diagnosis and more effective treatment, as well as looking at how lifestyle can impact on the risk of developing cancer. A virtual reality headset which allows the wearer to observe the sensory overload that a person with autism might experience in a busy airport or shopping centre has been developed. Yes, well, St Nicholas Kirkyard is just one of the sites which has been transformed for this year's Spectre Festival, and as you can see behind me, one of the installations are these giant spiders which are crawling all over the gravestones. Now, when the gates open here at 6:30 this evening, they're going to be lit up in a flashing light pattern to give the impression that they've come alive. Now, if that's a bit too scary for your liking, then don't worry, there are still plenty more things to see at the festival this year. It's the busiest day of the year for Royal Mail, with around 900,000 items processed here in Aberdeen. That's around 38,000 letters every hour. Well, the eyes of the boxing world are now firmly fixed on Kristen Fraser. Her pro debut takes place in Aberdeen at the end of March. Marelle Wilson, STV News.